Alright, and you did, let me remember. Oh shit, no chance in hell. No, it's someone you like.
I did originally pick that Beat album by accident.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different one then. I swear it's someone you like, isn't it?
No, I am doing Lil Peep next week.
No, this week, was it like Bones or something?
Mm-mm.
Alright, who is it?
Survival by Dave East.
Oh, Dave East. Right.
It was actually a pretty good album.
Right.
Mate, what debauchery is going on there?
What's happened?
Penthouse, which is the first track, features Jay Black, who has a voice that could calm a rabies-infected bull. He's got these.
I thought you said an
smooth voice.
Arabian.
No, not an Arabian bull. A rabies-infected bull.
Right.
It is such a smooth voice.
Can bulls get rabies?
I think anything can get rabies, can't it? Humans can.
You're probably not wrong there.
I think it affects things in different ways.
Right. Right, we're not discussing
I don't know much about rabies.
on this show.
If you know anything about rabies, comment down below.
Let us know.
Godfather 4 features Nas, and my God, Nas got bars. My dead granddad came to my cousin through a psychic. I don't really like it. Pay prices for afterlife advice gets kinda double jumbled. Prefer to take my chances. Who gets out alive? Nobody got the answers. That is hard.
That is hardcore.
Then later on in the track, Nas says, like a tree falling in the middle of the forest, nobody heard your shit drop, it's really garbage.
Yeah, do you think that if a tree falls, it makes noise if no one's around?
Yes.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Because
100%.
sound is constructed through the human ear. If there's no human ear there...
No, sound is constructed by things happening,
No,
and
but
then
it
we
can
just
only be
receive
taken
it.
in... Like, you can't hear anything if you don't have, like, an ear. Like...
Well, there's not going to be
if you
nothing around. There's going to be, like, animals and, like, insects.
No, but I'm just saying if nothing's around. Like, because sound is only taken in through the ear. So if there's no ear to take it in through...
No, it's made. We just receive it.
Yeah, but that's like...
Like, this is how I see it.
I think the answer is no, to be honest. I think I've Googled it before.
No, it does.
Google it right now.
Because, no, here's how I sort of perceive it.
Right.
If you've plugged in your phone in to a speaker,
Right.
but the speaker's broken,
Right.
right? You're playing... I don't really know if that kind of works, but like you say you're playing music,
Right.
there is sound, but it's not like it's the input that's broken, not the output. I don't really know how else to explain that. That was a pretty bad example.
No, I think the answer is no. From what I've... Because I don't really care, but that's just what I've read, and I just sort of took it as...
No, it makes noise.
Look it up right now. Just do a quick Google, mate.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure it's no, because the ear is what creates sound. Or receives sound. I think you're right on the receive sort of thing, but if there's no ear to receive it, then it's no. What do you got on there?
Well, what would I... Like, I've just Googled, does a tree make noise when it falls?
Well, when no one's around, do that.
Yeah, that, like, I did the whole thing.
Right.
It was just coming up with, like, it's a psychological thought experiment.
Right.
There's a 12-minute video on it being explained.
Right. Surely there's like a Reddit post or something.
There's Quora.
Yeah, go on that then. What are they saying?
Alright, it's loading. People really don't understand the question. The question has nothing to do with sound waves or real forests or anything like that. The question is merely asking whether the existence of a perceivable thing is entirely dependent on its being perceived.
Oh, this guy's got big brain. Big brain plays.
Bro, this is like a whole ass essay. I'm not reading this.
What's he saying? Yeah, what's the conclusion?
This is how you can answer no to the titular question while perceiving some semblance of an independent world of us, although perhaps we shouldn't take this question too seriously, for if we take this view to the logical conclusion, the answer is not, no, it doesn't make a sound, but what tree? What? What?
Is the tree real if our ears aren't real?
Mate, no, whenever someone says, does a tree make noise, I'll say, a tree's real?
What if it's a small tree?
Oh, that's one of the funniest things.
Oh, what tree?
tree?
What tree? Is the tree real? Because I didn't see the tree fall, so how do I know that it fell?
That's it.
I think that actually might be what he's saying.
I think it is.
How
How do I know that the tree even exists if I didn't see it?
If I didn't see it fall down, did it really fall down? I mean, that is a good answer to that.
It bloody is. Oh.
That is a bloody good answer. I never thought of it like that, you know? How do I know it fell down? How do you know? You're not wrong. He's not wrong there, mate.
I like that.
I'm glad you read the conclusion because that's bloody... That's answered the philosophical question right there.
Jesus. All right, so getting back onto track.
How do we even get to here? How do we even get here?
Nas said, like a tree fallen in the middle of forest, nobody heard your shit drop.
Oh. What forest tree was that, Nas? Answer me that.
I'll message him on Instagram. So, for the longest time, I thought Nas was dead.
Nas. Nah, mate. I had an album out last year.
I don't know why. He's good. But yeah, Dave East had a really good 3-song run at the start of the project from track 5 to 7. Track 5 is On My Way to School. That is a bloody banger. It just lists all of the fucked up shit that he sees on a daily basis while doing things as ordinary as walking to school.
Right.
He's got one of the choruses that like change each time it pops up. I really like it when they do that. The first one goes, on my way to school, I seen everything on my way to school. I seen neighbours die on my way to school. Just trying to stay alive on my way to school. On my way to school. Which is very harrowing. Then the second iteration of the chorus, he says, you ever seen a homicide on your way to school? You never seen your homie mama cry on your way to school? Which is just bang. Like he's got the on your way to school, like sort of repeating several times throughout the whole song. He also mentions that he never liked school and never got anything out of it. So I don't know if he meant to do it, but it could also be referring to success. Like on his way to further educating himself and improving himself, he would always see things around him, but he's not going to let himself get distracted. And even with that happening every single day, he would still make it to school. I think that's pretty cool. And if he did mean to do that, then it also ties into the next track, 17. Obviously, the song's just about shit that was going on in his life at that time. So it's showing like a little bit of progress in his life. Like it was school, then it's 17. And I don't really have too much to say on this track, but what I will say, it is the definition of sliding on a beat. One of the smoothest I've heard for a while. And then it's followed by Mama, I Made It, which is a great song. I really do like it. Mm-hmm. Again, showing like the progress. So I like those sort of 3 songs next to each other. That it sounded really cool. But he does one thing that fucking ruins it. I'll get into it a little bit, but I'll also describe the song a little bit to sort of bring it up before I tear it right down. He's thanking his mum for his upbringing, saying stuff like, yeah, I know we had it rough, but you always tried your hardest. You know, we never had much money, but when I'd ask for expensive Jordans, you'd always try and get them. People around you were all doing crack, but you didn't. And because of that, I was born healthy. He also said that he would start a riot if someone disrespects his mum.
Right. Which
I think is lovely. He's got a really cool line in the first verse where he's stating why he'll never hit a woman.
State your name, cuz.
I personally don't think you need a reason not to hit a woman, but he's got one.
He's got one. What's his reason?
A woman raised me, woman fed me, woman bathed me, ghetto changed me.
So what happens if he was raised by a single father?
Well, then he's not going to hit a man.
Would he hit a woman?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Right. Maybe I'll ask him that on Instagram.
Yeah, one thing that just ruined it for me was in the chorus. So it comes up a lot. He's got line that repeats. I'll say this in my voice, and then I'll repeat it in his, and then I'll play it. Tell my mama I made it. Copped her a rollie for the time we never spent. She ain't never got to worry about no rent. Tell my mama I made it. She used to slap us when we tried to cuss. I got sick of seeing you driving that bus. Tell my mama I made it. A bit of nice repetition to like really drive the point home. But the way that he says it is like, tell my mama I made it. My mama I made it.
Right, is that what ruins it?
The way, like he's got quite a weird voice as well. But I will play it. But just the Mama Made It is so weird. What does it come in? 43 seconds, I think? Yeah. Alright, here.
He sounds like Snoop Dogg.
Here. To my Mama Made It. It's just so weird. When I listen to it, that's all I can hear. That's what I'm focusing on. I don't like it.
Mama, I hear a lick.
OG was the first trap song to come on. It is fucking clean. It featured Rick Ross and The Dream on the chorus, who fucking killed it. I'll play his part now, because it is actually really cool. This is so smooth. I love this. That's smooth. And Rick Ross, I swear that man can rap nonsense and it sounds good. He was like, zero hesitation when it comes to living. I see the revelations, they become so vivid.
I mean, that sounds good. That's not nonsense, I think.
That does sound good, but like, I'll play the last half of his verse because like his cadence is so good. He like really amps up his like emphasis on words. It sounds so bloody good. When does he come in?
KSI has a song with Rick Ross.
Where actually?
Yeah. Play it after that.
Yeah, okay.
It's...
Oh. Yours. This is where he amps it up. No. Oh. I got no idea what he said there. He said like fishtailing in the cocktail or some shit. Fishtailing, I know you don't know this. It's when you're like either pulling off really fast in a car or you're sort of like doing a bit of a drift. A fishtail is when it drifts to one side and then the next side and then the other side. And it's like a fishtail.
Yeah.
So KSI's song, and it features Rick
SX
Ross.
as well. And Lil Baby too.
Down Like That.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know who SX is.
Yeah, I've never heard of that either.
Who's that?
Well, that's SX. That's definitely not.
Little Baby, Rick Ross, or KSI.
Yeah.
I hope that's still SX.
I'm sure that is. Well, that's KSI.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Rick Ross introduced him in the fight.
Actually?
Yeah, like he came out.
Fuck, that would be good.
Yeah. And Logan Paul.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, mate. Paid $14 for that shit, and it was actually good. It was definitely worth the $14.
What did
see
Logan Paul do?
Paul lose.
How did he come in?
I don't know. I didn't watch that part. I just saw KSI's entrance.
Oh, fair enough.
But yeah, KSI won. I got trolled so hard because I was going for KSI because I watched him for literally 7 years maybe.
I don't know how. He's so fucking annoying.
He's good.
His laugh, though, just really... It's so overdone.
Funny, I don't know, it's funny. And, because obviously he's from England and Logan's from the United States.
Yeah.
When they announced the winner, they were like, and the winner from the United... And I was like, oh no. And then he said Kingdom, and I was like, what? I was so trolled.
That's a pretty good way of doing that.
Yeah. And then...
Bless you!
And then, because came down to the split decision, so it was 3 judges, and the first judge said Logan won, second judge said KSI won, and then the third judge was it was 57 to 54 or something, and Logan thought he won, so Shannon the Cannon, Let's Go chant, lifted Logan Paul's hand up.
Mm.
And so saying he won, and then he was KSI, and I just thought that was funny. He was so confident, and he got beat. So definitely well worth my money that was. Very entertaining. KSI got almost knocked out. Like, he got a straight uppercut right to the skull. And, like, his head just went like this. Like, she got rocked and, like, oh my God, it was sickening to watch, to be honest. She was dangerous.
Sounds fucked.
Yeah.
Alright, we're getting back
bang, bang.
on track. He had a Gunna feature on there as well, which was on a trap song. Both artists do different kinds of trap. And when I wrote this, I thought it clashed a little bit. Like, obviously Gunna is like auto-tune mumble, so he's quite like modern. And then Dave is like rapping fast and giving like hard bars, so he's like a little bit outdated, but like still good. And I thought they sounded a bit weird together, but now I think the contrast is actually like quite good. I like it now. It grew on me. Devil Eyes was so close to being one of the best tracks on the album. Dave was on the chorus with a cold as fuck line. I really fucking love this line. I could paint a picture like a Basquiat. Every other day another body drop. That is fucking hard. Then there was Mozzie as well on that song that just went off. Several cases on the gravel where they tackled dude. Ookanuba for the shooters, that's a bag of food. Ask his mama why he left, the neighbours had to move. We hop in out, half a moons on half a brooms. Passes ain't permitted, ain't no passing through. Unless your neighbour's trying to cop a Pacquiao or two. Ooh. And he'd like a really cool like little thing there. And then I don't even know how he like, I can't get the flow for this down, but he said, run a demonstration for initiation, tuck a quarter for the litigated situation. Which is just insane. And all of this is under the coldest beat. Then there's fucking E40. Have you heard much of E40 before?
Yeah.
He's got a fucking weird voice. I don't like it.
Old school Bay Area banger.
He's got a massive discography.
Yeah, he's been around for like 17,000 years.
Yeah. I'll play his verse in a little bit, but I want to highlight a lyric that he wrote.
He was one of the OG G-Funkers.
He was. Gotta make sure that you covered up like a blanket, or you're gonna get covered up with a blanket. Like, that's kind of hard, but not quite right. You know? Don't be no fruitcake. You can't be no edible arrangement. Don't really know what that means. But he comes in at 125. So this is still Dave East. Now there's... I don't know, he sounds like Kermit the Frog rapping.
He does sound odd.
Yeah. Not a cat.
It's not my style, E40,
No.
unfortunately.
No, I'm not a fan of it. He pronounces siblings like sibilans. That's coming up in the next line. My sibilans. Yeah, he ruined the song for me. Night Shift features Lil Baby, who I don't think was very good. I have been coming around on him lately, so it's not just like because I dislike him, I just don't think he was very good. But Dave is just straight snapping at this point. The very start of the album, there's no beat, there's no music, there's nothing. It's just Dave going like, I trapped on the night shift. I see my uncle addicted to white shit. I pulled up with a nice bitch. My license suspended, so that's who I slide with. I'm ready for everything. Outside with a Glock, in jail with an ice pick. And then the beat comes in. Produced by Murder Beats as well. So as he's saying, like, in jail with an ice pick, you hear the murder. And then it hits, and oh my God, that is cold. I really like that. Like my license suspended, so that's who I slide with. That is just dope. Me and Mines is actually a really cool concept for a song. He's just shouting out people that are close to him. In the first verse, he says, we wasn't taking no shorts. I'm not trying to make it to court, just me and my man. Don't ask what we pay in New York. We charge him whatever we can, just me and my man. And like, it wasn't every line, but the phrase, just me and my man, like it came up a lot. Then the second verse is, we take a trip when we board, cop everything in store, just me and my bitch. She hold my gun in her purse. Me and her been through the worst, just me and my bitch. Then the last verse goes out to his gun. Just me and my gun. I got it on me. You need to come if I pull it out. When they see me, they done. Just me and my gun. I fucked up the flow so bad on that, but you get the point. What you mad at is actually pretty good, but he could have done a lot more with it. In the chorus, he says, tell me what the fuck is you mad at? I came out from nothing and got it. Fuck is you mad at? I never got to see it. I never had it. We all got the same 24 hours. What you mad at? Which is like really, really great. Saying like, you can do it too. We've been given the same things. But then after the beat switch, he goes to saying, I know why you're mad. And then he just starts flexing. Like, I guess, like saying, I know why you're jealous. But like the first half was so good because he could have like done something so much better with the second verse. Like saying, we're given the same things. You can do this too. Like it could have been much more motivational. But instead it's just like, yeah, I've got a big house. Yeah, and then the last track is The Marathon Continues, Nipsey Tribute. So obviously Dave was quite close with Nip. It's a beautiful song. It's a lovely bit of piano for the production. The intro is a recording of Nipsey explaining why he calls like his thing The Marathon. Dave has a really long verse, like there's no chorus or anything, just one long running verse. Just like talking about just the love that he has for the man. And then the outro was Snoop Dogg, just talking about how people from all around came together to pay their respects. And then he tells Nip that his legacy will live on. It will live on, nephew. Which I think was lovely. It's a very long album, this one. Like, I think it was about an hour and a half, somewhere in there. But it is very good. It's much better than I expected. I didn't come in expecting anything. If you're more for just like, you don't really care about listening to an album in its entirety, and you just want to sort of like trim off the fat, just listen to the hard stuff, start about halfway, maybe on like OG, and from that point on, it's really good. It's solid all the way through. So I think for this one, I'm settling on 8.5.
8.5 out of 10.